Hello guys. Today I am going to explain my project on the topic of house price prediction. The data is look like that. ID we have columns like ID, date, price, bedrooms and many etc. And to solve it, let's go for the Jupyter notebook. Okay. Now first we have to import all the libraries and read the data. pd.read underscore csv and the name and the file name. Our data look like this, and then I check the shape of the data. Our data shape is like that. We have 21 columns and 21,613 rows. After that, I have checked the missing values in my data. We can see I have no missing values in my data. Then I check the year renovated column unique values by using unique function. This will show us our unique years unique years which is present in our year renovated column. After that, I have plotted a scatter plot between prices and year renovated to check that how the prices are rising according to the years. Then I checked how the prices will rise according to the year built of the house, in which year the house is built in. Then we have to split our data in as a label or an independent feature. So I take all the independent columns in X variables, and this shows the correlation matrix of our data. And now we did not, we don't have any requirement of ID and date column, so we are removing it from our data. Now we are checking the maximum year in our year build column. In this block we are checking the unique values and their counts. Now we have a column named as waterfront. Now it has two values, 0 and 1, and 0 is repeated 21,450 times and 1 is repeated only 163 times. Now we have a view column also. I want to know, 0 has a 19,489 row and 2 is repeated 963 times in it. Similarly, I applied all with the condition column and a grade column also. Now we are preparing our data which we are going to use in our algorithms. Now we are removing grade, view, zip code and long year renovated and SQ square feet basement columns from our data. In this data we are going to use for further requirements. Now we are checking the data types and the missing values from info function. We can see we have some floating data types, integer 64 data types. Now we are separating our independent features and dependent features. We are storing all the independent features in X, and we are storing all dependent feature price in Y. Now we are importing the XRT regressor. XRT regressor helps us to choose the important features in our data. we can show we can see the SQF square feet living has a high importance as a feature, as an independent feature. Now we are splitting our data into train and training training and testing data. Now we are importing a random forest regressor algorithm. Now we are now we are fitting our data by giving a training data set to random forest regressor. Then we are predicting our test data and training data. In this, we are checking our R2 score of our data, of our predictions. Now we are importing pickle because in every prediction file, our, after applying any algorithm, we have to convert our predictions in a binary file. So we are making a randomforest.pkl file in write mode first. Then we are dumping our algorithm in that file. Then we are loading that file. See, the random forest pkl file is showing here .pkl file. Then we are loading our file into w variable. Then we can predict our price by giving the feature values in it. Similarly, we can apply the linear regression model on it, and then I make a pkl file for that also, l regression pkl, and then we are going to dump our model in it. Similarly, I have done with the decision tree regressor. First we are reload. First we are importing. First we are importing the decision tree regressor into it, and then we are going to fit our training data into it. And this is the R2 score of our predictions. Then we are going to then we are going to dump our regressor in a file known as dt.pkl, and this is the of a prediction according to the decision tree regressor by giving these values. Now we have to make a model by using Streamlit. Now I am going to explain the Streamlit file, that how I create my Streamlit file in it. Then first we have to import all the libraries which are important. Then we are loading our the algorithm which I'll be implement in it. Then we are going to create a function in which is calling here itself in the main function I have written. It shows first title, house production price. My app is look like that. We can see the title here, house price prediction. Now we want decision tree and linear regression in the sidebar options. So I used the st sidebar radio options and create a list of that, and create a list of all the models which we are going to use, like decision regressor and linear regression. And after that should we should take the values of that to to predict our price. So for that, I take a variable known as bedrooms, st dot number out input. St dot number input will help us to give this UI to which help us to take all the values from in it. Similarly, we have to provide all to it all the features. Now in waterfront we have only 0 and 1 value. So what I did this, if user give uh, if user select yes, then we will provide waterfront value to 1. If user choose no, then it automatically takes 0 to the waterfront. Then in a condition box I have made a selector word according to the rating 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. User can give the rating to the house, and similarly square feet above we can give the values to the in it. For the year built, what I've done this, I created a loop for x in range 1900 to 2021. This all the values append in the years list, and then I created a select box in which all these values are stored like that. Mm, all the values are shown in here. We can select any year from in it. Then after taking all the values of independent features, I provided a button named as price. When we when we push the button, when we press the button price, it will take a variable known as prediction and go to the prediction price prediction price function. And prediction price function is defined here. It takes all the values of the variables which we already defined here. This all the variables, he takes all the values in it like choice, bedrooms, bathrooms, square feet living. And if choice equal to if our choice is empty, then it will show a warning. Please select the algorithm. If our choice is decision tree regressor, then it will predict the price according to our decision PKL, decision regression binary file, which we are loaded into a decision variable. So we are going to use decision.predict function to predict the price according to decision tree regression model and their accuracy. Similarly, for the linear regression, we can add more the algorithms in it. It will depend upon us. Then what it will do, the database do, I will talk about it. After providing all the values in it, we can predict our price like that. The house price is this. If we select our decision tree eraser, then our price is more accurate, 70.762500. And this will give us all the values. This will give us a show all the values which we are providing. Thank you for watching us. Please subscribe the channel. Bye.